It's been a while since I did this, but I'm not killing your nostalgia today. And I'm here to give you a PSA, public service anime, for you to understand why Neo Yokio is made by Ezra Koenig, the lead singer of Vampire Weekend, a somewhat decent band, and stars Jaden Smith.
On Saturn and Jupiter, it rains diamonds. How?
Yes, that Jaden Smith as Kaz Khan. In fact, Kaz Khan is the embodiment of all the weird ass tweets, the woke tweets that Jaden Smith has been putting out in the past couple of years. Constantly, the shit that comes out of Kaz's mouth is so deep.
Win, lose, we'll all be equal in the grave.
Used by Production IG, who are known for the Ghost in the Shell films and Fooly Cooly, it's the story of a rich 20-something-year-old demon slayer who can't get his fucking head out of his ass long enough to catch fresh air. What's even worse than having a completely unlikable main character is that the fact that regardless of how beautiful Production IG does all of its productions, this show looks like it should have been on PBS, and in fact it tries way too hard to become an anime rather than be something unique, something similar to Avatar and the Legend of Korra, shows that are American made but have an anime feel to them. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this shit salad. This has been the first time I have ever felt so disrespected by a show before, and I'm a fucking nobody. I barely get 30 views on each fucking video, sometimes not even that. The constant classism that this anime shows, as well as the homophobia and the transphobia, honestly was just too fucking much for me. I don't have a dime to my name. I don't live a lavish life. I'm not rich, but I can sympathize with rich kids who are only known as being rich kids, even though they keep trying to make themselves individuals and be somebody and not be seen as just a kid with money. Neo Yokio does none of those things. It reinforces that classism stereotype of, well, you can't understand me because I'm richer than you. Next thing, the constant name dropping of famous brands really takes you out of this show. How the fuck am I supposed to be immersed in this show's world if I keep hearing the words fucking Chanel No. 5 and Pellegrino fucking everywhere?
Coco Chanel, may her memory be blessed.
Speaking of names, obviously this is supposed to take place in some form of alternate world in which New York and Tokyo have blended together. So you would expect more cities, more states, more parts of this new world that have very mixed hybrid names. Do we even get Japanese cultures mixed into this? They mention San Francisco and the Hamptons by name. No mix, no weird cool like San Fran Chiba or some prefecture in Japan mixed with another famous city in America. No, none of that. None of that at all. And for the Japanese influence that we see in the show, we get one shot of onigiri, which is little rice balls, or as Brock likes to say them,
These donuts are great. Jelly filled are my favorite.
Also, they just throw around Japanese words like it means something, but it doesn't mean anything in their world. It doesn't come natural from their mouth. It sounds forced. Instead, they sound like a bunch of fucking neckbeards on their way to an anime convention saying, Naruto is the best anime of all time, while doing fucking fake ass hand sign jutsu shit. Now, to play devil's advocate, I can hear other people saying, you should relax, calm down, it was just a show. It's a parody. It's not something serious.
Don't bullshit me.
When Koenig was asked about if this was a parody, what are you trying to do, he took it very serious. In fact, he even said this is something that he wanted to make, that he can imagine himself at 10 years old watching this and then watching it again in his mid to late 20s and getting totally different ideas from it. Both of yourselves have shit taste. And then he goes on to commit blasphemy. He compares Kaz Khan's rich playboy lifestyle and demon slaying lifestyle to what? To Bruce Wayne and Batman. That is the most pretentious shit I've ever heard. Hey, Ezra Koenig, go fuck yourself. Your character, Kaz Khan, couldn't even tell that his black suit was a midnight blue suit and spent 20 fucking minutes moping about that shit. How is he anywhere near fucking Batman?
Bullshit.
As for the homophobia and the transphobia in this show, in one episode, he's contracted to go to his old high school and look for demon sympathizers inside the high school. Out of everybody in there, the person that he suspects the most is his flamboyant music teacher who dresses all goth. He considers him weird. He considers him very weird because he dresses all goth. In fact, even Lexi, Deez is his character, calls him weird. And the fact that the music teacher has a watch with the occult symbol on it. But then Charles goes on to explain that the occult symbol has become so mainstream that it actually probably doesn't even mean anything anymore. What does Cass do with his newly found insight by Charles, the fucking robotic butler? Nothing. He still suspects him and tries to go after him. Now, in another episode, Lexi, again, Deez is his character, gets turned into a woman. So we spend most of that episode seeing Lexi trying to hit on women, still because he's obviously very attracted to women, but is now being subjected to all the trans stereotypes that comes with being a trans person. They keep telling him it's a charade, to stop the charade. Lexi gets fed up and then chews him out, saying that gender is not binary, it's fluid, and so on and so forth, which is a point that I agree with, but the way that it was presented is garbage. But that's what this show does. Neo Yokio takes all these words, all these phrases, all these concepts and ideals, and instead of trying to make something good out of them or show you or deconstruct these stereotypes, it just throws it up and reinforces horrible stereotypes. And you know what? After that is when I cut this off. I generally have a rule of thumb of anime in which I watch the first 4 episodes of a show. This show on Netflix has 6 episodes, so I thought I can deal with 6 episodes of a piece of shit like Neo Yokio, but I couldn't fucking do it. As soon as they started talking about dumb shit like this and not giving it the actual respect that it deserves to be given is when it actually got me upset, and I was just disgusted. And I'm not being a pretentious piece of shit. I'm not trying to be any kind of way. Is that if you're gonna talk about topics like this, take it seriously and say something that's meaningful. Don't just fucking regurgitate the shit that you've heard. Fucking South Park did a better job tackling these issues, and the first 10 seasons of their show were made on fucking cardboard. All in all, fuck this show. And unfortunately, the animation is so fucking garbage that it deserves the 14% that it has on Rotten Tomatoes. If you want to go experience this trash called Neo Yokio, it's on Netflix exclusively, and all 6 episodes of the first season is out.